Okay, I think I'm live. Let me see if I am live. I'm just checking if I am live. Why aren't I popping up? I'm live. Okay, cool. Hi, it's Matt here. Let me just close everything else down. I want to do a video today specifically about marketing and how you get clients for IEMT. How to get IEMT clients, basically. Let me see. Can I send this to anywhere else? I think. Sorry, I'm gonna get. All right, cool. Right, who's doing what? Okay. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that as I'm going through this, please just stick them in the thing, and I'll see what I can do to answer them. Okay, I can't set the frame rate. I need to stop this thing appearing. Okay, so I've got some things which I want to go through. Let me just. The things, right, you need to have certain things set up in advance. So let me just put these things here. People think that the problem is not having enough clients, and it's not. The problem is that you haven't got systems set up in it. You haven't got systems. You haven't got business. So some things that. So somebody was that a comment, right? Okay. So the first thing that you need to have set up in advance is you have to have a calendar and a booking system actually set up in advance. You need to have this set up for two reasons. You need to have a calendar system set up to book in your whatever call you call it. I call it a sales call because I'm going to sell somebody something, but other people like to be less direct and that I want to call it a discovery call, or a onboarding call, or a consultation call, whatever it is that you call it. Basically, when you're speaking to a client in order to sell them your services, whatever call you call it. Now, there are multiple things you can use. I, for a long time, used something called Acuity, which was great. There is a paid version. It's about £10 a month or something, and it has everything. It has all your pre-forms and everything. It's great. That then sets up the appointment with the client and yourself, integrates with your Google Calendar, sets up a Zoom meeting, everything like that. Really good. Similar, there's something called Calendly, does exactly the same thing, really. Again, really good. There's a free version, a paid version. These also allow clients to book independently, so they can actually book a call straight away with you, which is good and bad, and I'll be talking a little bit about that in a bit. You also need it to book in the actual sessions that you're doing with somebody. So if you're doing like a 3-session process, you need to have a calendar where you can then book in with that client those 3 sessions, and it books them all into your personal calendar. So you need to have a calendar that's accessible to the client to book in sales calls. You then need to have a calendar which is accessible just to you to actually book in the actual sessions. Just crossed my legs there. So that's the first thing you need to set up in advance. What you also need to set up in advance as well is case studies and testimonials. A lot of people, when they do IEMT or NLP or hypnotherapy or whatever, they're like, right, I can work on everything. I can work on everything, so I'm going to offer every system from alcohol to zoophobia. No. Pick one and develop it out. Become the go-to person for that thing. Okay? Become the go-to person for that one thing. So you might really want to work with people recovering from alcohol addiction. It could be you really want to work with people who are scared of flying or scared of spiders. Scared of dogs. Yeah, actually. So what you want to do is you want to really pick one thing and get case studies and testimonials around this thing. So for me, a testimonial is something that you would write on Facebook, Google Business, Trustpilot, what's the other ones? Trustpilot, LinkedIn recommendations as well. So these are testimonials. Case studies are video interviews, in my opinion, where you can demonstrate some evidence for something. So I have my thing which I do about IEMT. I don't do much client work now, as some people might know. I focus really on. I'll talk about content, Sally, in a bit. I focus really on IEMT training. So if people were talking about me, and if I wasn't in the room, I think the majority of the people would talk about my IEMT training, because that's what I'm known for. So that's what I want to be known for. So I therefore have loads. I've got 30 plus reviews on Facebook, loads of reviews on LinkedIn. I don't know how many, but there's a lot. Loads of reviews on Google Business. But then on my YouTube channel, I've got, I don't even know how many. In fact, do you know, I'll actually take a look. How many videos I actually have for in a playlist, and I'll send you the link as well, guys. So this is a playlist just for people who have done my course and are giving. Okay. So IEMT practitioner trainings, view full playlist. 40 videos are in there now. 40 videos. Let me just share this. So I've got 40 videos. Here we go. That's the playlist if you want to check it out. So I have 40 videos all around IEMT training. Okay. So how many videos do you have around what it is that you do? Now, some people, hopefully I'm still connected. I'm saying it's, I don't know why it says this. I am connected. Can everyone hear me okay? I assume so. Let me just check. So, every time I do a Facebook Live, I get all of these nonsense warning. See, is? No, it's working. Right, okay. So, why is it saying consent for YouTube anyway? Anyway, so get video testimonials. Now, some people say, "Oh, my clients don't want to do video testimonials." Well, one, have you asked them? And two, you can actually just record their voice. Now, some people might not want to have their face on the internet, but they're quite happy to talk about the thing, and you can just simply put up a logo instead. It's what I used to do in the old days. I actually record them. I used to record them on my phone. Actually, on my phone. If you go back to, if you look on my YouTube, you probably find them actually in the client case studies. So you want to have lots of case studies around that. Okay. So calendar to do all the bookings, case studies. Okay. Then content marketing and a lead generator. I'm going to talk about that quite a bit. A proposal system, a payment system, and a referral system. So you need to have all of these things in place. Sorry, I've got an eyelash. So when people go, I just want more clients, I just want more clients, I'll say, well, have you done this basic stuff first? And chances are people haven't. They just want more clients. It's like saying, it's like having a restaurant that doesn't have a menu or any staff or any food, saying they just need more customers. No, you don't. You need to create a menu. You need to, anyway. Right. So let's look at content marketing and the lead generator. So this is content marketing at the moment. I'm doing content marketing right now. I'm doing something interactive that people can actually get involved in and can learn from me. I'm not being paid to do it, you're not paying to watch it, and I'm actually providing something of value because I'm providing some actual actionable steps that you can take. Now, although this isn't directly to do with IEMT, I want to help my IEMT clients get clients. Because the more clients that people get, the more IEMT gets known, the more my training gets known. Okay? So the content that you're doing, think about this. Who is your target market? What content do they consume? Where do they go? And how do they consume it? So there's lots of different platforms available to you. Podcasting is a big platform. Okay? Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, public talks, I think they're kind of the main ones, really. And also books and stuff, but that's obviously a very expensive and long one to do, unless you're writing ebooks like I do. Because the first thing you need is a lead generator. So people try to go for the sale far too quickly, rather than educating them in what it is that they actually do. So with IEMT, I provide a lot of education because I don't want to have to speak to somebody and explain everything about IEMT, why it's different from EMDR, how it works, why it works, how it works, who uses it, because all that information is readily available. So I want to make sure that when somebody shows interest in what I do, is I give them a lot of information that's relevant to them. So when I say relevant to them, if somebody comes into my funnel, and this is what I'm building out now, they'll have these different options, and these different options will be like they are a mental health nurse, they are a hypnotherapist or counsellor, or they have no experience in therapy or learning. Once they choose one of those, they will then be given information in a sequence that's relevant to them. There's no point with somebody who's not had any experience in IEMT or therapy training. There's no point me giving them an interview and case study with somebody who's a mental health nurse with 25 years experience in the NHS. No, I'm going to give them a case study, an interview with somebody who hasn't got any experience, who's been through my course and is now using IEMT. Okay, because that's what's relevant to them. Now, this is what a lot of people get confused with. The testimonials on your website are pretty much useless if they're speaking to the wrong person. Say that you want to really help people with weight loss, and that's your thing that you want to do. Why do you have smoking on your site then? Why do you have fears and phobias? If I'm looking for help with weight loss and I'm reading a testimonial about how you stop somebody smoking, it's absolutely pointless. So you've got to give the right case studies, information, testimonials to the right audience. So you want to really pick the niche, pick the people who you want to serve, but then be wary of the different people within that as well. So creating content, again, how do you create content that's interactive, and what's the next step you want them to take? Always be thinking, what's the next step you want your client to take, or your potential client, your lead? What's the very next step? So when I'm having people do this with me, okay, basically I'm thinking the next step I want them to take is to basically contact me in regards to learning more about IEMT. All I want them to do is send me a message so I can send them some information. That's the next step. I then follow up with that by sending them videos, and then I follow up with that by creating a phone call, a Zoom call. Okay, those are my steps at the moment. So, what's your next step? Now, I actually created a PDF all about IEMT. It was an introduction to IEMT. It was a PDF. It was very nice. You can do different things. You can do a challenge. You can do a public talk. You can write articles. You can write blog posts. Blogging's always quite big. So the thing is, it's like if you're doing about weight loss, what is it that people are researching? How can you interact with that, and how can you get people's details? People's details, I always get email. I still find it the best system. Other things that you need set up: a payment system. I'm shocked about the amount of people that don't have a business bank account. You need to get a business bank account. You just need to get a business bank account. It might cost you, to be honest, if you start a business bank account with your current bank, you probably get free banking for about 2 years. You need to have a separate business card, bank card, a bank account. You need to keep all of your finances separate. Trust me, it's 100 times easier than trying to go through all your personal stuff, trying to work out what's what. So get a business bank account and a payment gateway. So I use a few payment gateways for different things. I use PayPal, but my main thing is I use a product called Square. And Square is brilliant, actually. In fact, I'll put a link there. Square's great. If you use my code, you'll get, I think it's £1,000 of free processing. So with Square, you can actually send people invoices and they're paid by debit or credit cards, or you can take payment over the phone, which is what I often do. You can also integrate Square with payment system like calendar systems and loads of other stuff. Your websites, I should imagine, for taking payment there. Right, sorry, I'll get you a link so you can get some free processing. Let me just see if I can find it. I've forgotten where it bloody is. Is this it? So you need to have a payment processor set up, and again, you want to have all the details set up. Oh God, what's this? This is something different. You want to have a payment processor set up so you can actually take payments and send invoices. Well, I can't. I don't know where it is, to be honest. I thought I knew, but obviously I don't. So, see if there's any. If you've got any questions as well. So Sally's saying I have a business account with Starling. I don't even know what Starling is, but that's good. So yeah, business bank account. That's absolutely what you need. Oh, I think it's in accountant settings. One sec. Get free processing. Here we go. Right, perfect. So if you use this, it's free to sign up as Square as well. It's great. So it's free to sign up, and you pay basically a percentage of your transactions. It's a few quid basically, but it's really good. And you want to set it all up under the business name, not just your personal name. You want to separate you and your business out really early on. A proposal on a treatment system. So when you basically think about when you're going to take on a client, how many sessions are you going to do? What are you going to do in each session? Because this is what can happen. You spend an hour on the phone with somebody. You want to book them in, and they say, I need to think about it, or I need to speak to my husband, partner, kids, doctor, whatever. They need to go speak to somebody. Now, a lot of times people feel very dejected, deflated, and feel like, oh, I've just wasted an hour. Even worse, you can start to employ pressure techniques. Well, you cannot come back. You need to pull the trigger. You need to either buy now or never. I can't take it. Shut up with all this, right? You go, okay, I completely understand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a treatment plan. This is my proposal. And basically, I'm going to send it all over to you now. And what you can do is let's schedule another time to talk now. So when can you speak to your husband? Okay, so let's speak in 2 days' time. And in 2 days' time, we're either going to make the decision to go forward or not. And if you want to go forward with it, I need you to have your dates available over the next 3 weeks so we can get it taken, so we can get it booked in. And I will be taking a payment for £500 on that day with a debit or credit card. Does that sound fair? Excellent. So let's speak in 2 days' time, and then we're going to discuss this. You then email them over the treatment plan. So basically, you say what you're going to do in each session, how much it's going to cost, how long it's going to take, and send that over as a PDF. And make it look nice. Make it look really nice. So they can review it, because what you don't want them to do is you don't want somebody to go and try and translate what you've been saying to somebody else, because all they're going to care about is how much is it, how many sessions does it take. And if they go, well, it's 4 sessions and £500, no, it's too expensive, we're going to go down, this other guy does it for £50 a session. You don't want that. You want to have a nice package of information that somebody can digest, read through, understand what is going to be each session of the process, each stage of the process, and how much it's going to cost, how long it's going to take. You want to give them all this information. So have this ready, okay? And then basically you just tailor it for each individual client. It's going to be very similar because you're offering one product. And then you send it over to them, then you speak to them in 2 days' time. So don't worry if someone says they need to speak to somebody about spending money. That's fine. But give them the actual tools to go and share that information with somebody else. You need to have a referral system set up as well. So I'm actually setting up my referral system through Kartra. Kartra's fantastic, by the way. And Kartra actually has an affiliate scheme in there. So basically, if somebody's referring somebody to you, you have to have a way of giving that person a discount and also crediting that person who's given it to you. You can do this with cash, you can do it with vouchers, you can even do it with things like sending them flowers
whichever works for you. Okay, so they're the things you need to have set up. Let me just see if I've got any more notes. God, yeah. Right. Let me just stick all this in. I hope people are finding this helpful. If you are finding it helpful, please do just stick something in the comments saying, I'm finding this helpful, or Matt, you're wasting my Sunday. Either or, I find quite fun. Okay, let me bring up, because it seems I've got quite a lot of content to kind of go through, to be honest, which I didn't quite realise. Okay, so the first thing you need to do, so once you've got all these things set up, how long have we been on air? 20 minutes. Right, so once you have all this stuff set up, you can now start to think about this. Pick the target market you want to work with. Okay, so pick the target market you want to work with. Where do they go? What do they do? What news do they consume? What platform are they on? Now, I know that my target market are hypnotherapists, life coaches. Oh, thank you, Joe. Hypnotherapists, life coaches, counsellors, and they spend a lot of time on Facebook. That's why I spend a lot of time on Facebook, because this is where my target market is. Okay, your target market might be on Facebook, but they might be in Facebook groups. So let's say again that you're doing, I don't know why I'm choosing weight loss for all of this. Say that you're doing weight loss and you're doing the mindset coaching around weight loss. Well, where do weight loss people go? Well, you could specifically look at keto groups, carnivore groups, low carb groups, weight loss support groups. You can join as your page. Okay, join as your page, not you. And then you can go in there and start to create real good content for people that they can really interact with. You can then have a lead magnet. Obviously check with the group admin, but it's usually fine. That basically might be the top 10 things you can do to help get the right mindset for weight loss. That then gets people interacting with your content and obviously then into your funnel. So you might have weight loss, but you might have a real specific niche within weight loss. It might be I'm just guessing at the moment, by the way. It might be menopausal women who are interested in weight loss. So where do women of this certain age go? What sort of websites do they use? What Facebook groups are they in? What content are they going to respond well to? So first of all, pick the target market and then niche within that. So you want to be offering one service but to different people within a niche. I hope that makes sense, right? So when I say one service, the service is weight loss. The niche is you're not going after the types of people who need that service. And you can, so what a lot of people will do, this is why people get overwhelmed. They've got so many services they offer to so many different people, so it multiplies out. I have one service that I offer to a few people. So for example, I do IEMT training, and my core markets are people who've never done any kind of training before, people who are hypnotherapists, counsellors, EMDR therapists, people who just want to work on themselves and have no intention of being a therapist, and those people who are working like in NHS, mental health nursing, psychiatrists, doctors, GPs, nurses. And I've got information and case studies relevant to each of those, but I only offer IEMT training. So you offer one service to multiple people. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So you want to then build a service that uses IEMT within the service. Now the reason is that people aren't really searching for IEMT at the moment. If they are, brilliant, but I know that people aren't necessarily searching IEMT as a therapy because it's just not that very well known. We're trying to make it more well known, trust me, but it's not very well known. What you've got to think about is what are people actually searching for, and there's lots of ways to find this, but one great way, unfortunately I can't share my screen on this, is on Google. Just type in some of the keywords and then look at the recommendations for filling stuff in and the questions at the bottom that people are actually asking. Let me just give you a demonstration. So I can't share my screen, but if I just go to Google, okay, so if I just go to Google, let's say about weight loss. If I type in weight loss help, Okay, so weight loss help. The questions at the bottom, so what you do, scroll to the, oh, why isn't it not doing it? Oh, I'm sorry, usually it has all the little questions at the bottom. I don't know why it's not doing it. I think it's because it's got too many adverts. I don't know why it's not doing it. It usually has, maybe maybe the search term is too. Oh, there we go. So basically, if I just put weight loss in, so basically, there's related searches: weight loss pills, weight loss meaning, how much weight loss is concerning, weight loss at home, weight loss diet, how to lose weight fast, weight loss program, weight loss foods. So this is what people are searching for. So what I would do if I were you is I'd create content all around those questions that are being asked. So create content, and you can put that in a blog. So basically, when people type in, so if I put in weight loss, how to lose weight fast, okay. Let me see what kind of comes up here. Huel and all these diet pills and everything. Then there are 9 tips to lose weight faster. Eat more slowly, base your diet on whole foods, eat soluble fibre, blah, 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 blah. Then medication, NHS, and then in the Express, Michael Mosley, super effective. Michael Mosley, so Michael Mosley's really well known for, obviously, for weight loss. And then there's Good Housekeeping, The Sun, How to Lose Weight Fast and Shed 10 pounds in 6 weeks without ditching carbs. So there's loads of great content. I would set up videos and blogs around this content, and then get a lead gen. Now, a lead gen, again, is a book, a video, something of value you're going to give somebody in order to subscribe. It could even be a Facebook group that you get people into, like what I do, and then I can promote all I want to them. I forgot what I'm talking about. Oh, then you go. So you want to build a service around these skills. I'm losing myself today. So you want to now build a service around these skills. So you want to, Yolanda's on here somewhere at the moment. She does personal training with IEMT, and you can go to my YouTube channel and look at one of the interviews where I interview Yolanda and how she's integrated the two. So she's integrated personal training, nutrition, exercise, with the mindset stuff using IEMT, and together the results have been, in her words, it works for most of the people, and the results are often reported to be life-changing, which is fantastic. So you want to create something, so you don't just want to do IEMT sessions straight. You want to do IEMT for something and build a system around it, because IEMT is basically the heavy lifting. If you're just doing IEMT, that's usually just 2 sessions with people, and from a business perspective, that's not great, because you're going to be constantly looking for new clients. What I would do is spread it out a bit more, do it over 4 sessions, use IEMT throughout those sessions, but also use your therapy, hypnotherapy, NLP, or whatever skills that you use, integrate it into that system. So you want to market the problem, not the solution. So with this, you want to be marketing the problem of weight loss. So basically being overweight, what this problem is, and why the stuff hasn't worked. So basically you want to look at say nobody's searching IEMT for weight loss, right? What you want to be doing is interacting with the problem itself of why it's so hard to lose weight, all the different things out there, so weight loss pills and why they're bad for you, cutting carbs. So you want to interact and put content out there that's going to attract the person that you want to attract, and then you begin to educate them and bring in your idea of the solution, and the solution is obviously the service that you're providing. So essentially you want to have a funnel set up. The funnel is basically lead gens, articles, social media, into an education, and this can be done via video, it can be done via an email sequence, by using an autoresponder, and then obviously to a sales call. You need to have a proposal system set up that you use, then a CRM system. So a CRM is client relationship management. Is it Hootsuite? I think it's Hootsuite, which is a free version. Basically, so many people get leads that they never ever follow up on. I follow up on every single lead I get. So make sure you have a way of recording the leads coming into your business and how you follow up with them as well. Provide content that clients can interact with. So that's what I do, Facebook Lives. So Facebook Lives, blog posts, Instagram, whatever it might be, but respond to those comments, respond to people, be interactive, be on a platform. So I do a bit of Instagram, I do some LinkedIn. Facebook is my biggest domain, and it will be for some time probably. So I make sure that I'm always on here, I'm always interacting with people, okay? And you want to become the go-to person for the thing that you do. So the thing that I want to be known as is the person you go to have IEMT training. Okay, so not for therapy, but the person that you go to get trained in IEMT. Because I know birds of a feather flock together, so basically I know that if one hypnotherapist learns IEMT, they're going to be very excited and tell their peers who they trained with and their therapy friends about this amazing new process, and then they're going to come to me. And market the system or your product, not your name. Now, this is a difficult one, but not many people are Googling your name. Okay, they're not Googling your name. More people come to me because they type in IEMT training, therapy training, eye movement therapy, eye movement training, than typing in Matt Kendall. Don't build a business around your name. Build a business around the thing that you do. Now, IEMT practitioner training is a complete system, it's a complete business that if I wanted, I could sell to another IEMT trainer. Okay? I could sell that to a lot of people for a lot of money because it's got the clients, it's got the systems, it's got the education. I'm not going to, but I'm in the middle of that, obviously, because it was called IEMT Academy. It's now called IEMT Practitioner Training. It's the same thing. But I build a business that works independently of me, that will work independently of me, the more I systemize it. So don't build a business around your name. Have your name as a domain, don't get me wrong, and then have links to your things that you do, but don't just expect people to be Googling your name, because they're not. They're Googling, they want help with the actual problem, so that's why you want to market the problem and not you. I hope this has been of some help. I think I've kind of covered everything. I am actually going to be starting a marketing club. And we're going to be doing deep dives into all these kinds of things with actionable steps of how you put this into place in your business. I'm not selling you anything. I don't have anything to sell you at the moment. If you want to do the IEMT training, want more information about it, please just send me a message and we'll take it from there. I'll send you lots of info. I will, like I say, with the marketing club, I'm actually going to be doing Zoom calls. It's going to be a private member Zoom call and mastermind place, and it's going to be for people like you learning how to do marketing effectively and working with each other and creating a really good community around it. It'll be very affordable, and the results you'll get will be good. I'm not going to promise you to make you a 7-figure therapist. It's ridiculous. Does anybody have any questions about anything which I've covered today, or anything in regards to marketing, whether it be IEMT, hypnotherapy, NLP? Any questions? I know there's a bit of a delay on here, so please do put your questions in, and I will do my best to answer them. Oh, people just asking to join the group. See if I can do that whilst I'm on live. And this is a top tip as well. When people are asking to join your group, take their name and email on the questions. Excuse me. Any questions at all about marketing your services, your products and services? So just as a little recap, get all the things set up you need to get set up first. Bank accounts, payment systems, the product and service that you're offering. Give it a name, if you like. You know, give your system a name. I know Yolanda calls hers the shred. I can't say that properly. I've never been able to say shred. Shred. The shred. Okay. Create something around it. Create a community around it. Look what I'm doing with IEMT. I'm creating a whole community around that. That's how I spend my Sunday. And yeah, create that. So create all the things you need to do. Then, once you've got that system in place, create a funnel, an educational funnel
of basically taking somebody's detail, separating them out and educating them into what it is that you do and introducing your service as the solution to their problem, and then you go out and market the problem with your lead generators and content. Any other questions? If not, I'm going to make a move. If you do have any questions later on, obviously you can just put them down below and we can talk about it later. I can also do another video response to any other questions. That if you have any other things you want to learn about as well in marketing, please also make a comment about them. Sometimes I'll know about some stuff, sometimes I won't, and if I don't, I'll tell you that I don't, and I might refer you off to something else. But yeah, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to say goodbye. I've got a new alarm clock. Oh, what have I done? Why did it? Oh no. What did I press then? Oh, I put 2 alarms on. No. Oh, exciting times. I do Amazon reviews for products. Okay, any other questions? Right, in that case, I'm going to say goodbye if there's no other questions, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.